morning, Mr. District Governor, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honour for me to pay his tribute to the late Ray Toyer, who was, for over 50 years, one of the towering figures of Toastmasters in this country. Ray joined Toastmasters back in 1966 at the age of 29, and he threw himself into the program so much so that in 5 years' time, he was president. He was at the top of the tree, national president of the Territorial Council of Australia. TCA was the umbrella organisation that looked after all the clubs in Australia. So he was there to the top in 5 years. As national president, like all organisations in those days, he faced the tyranny of distance. He proposed that Toastmasters would grow better if it was split into two halves. And he got the agreement of the Territorial Council to do this, and he put a proposition to the Board of Directors. And they adopted his proposals, and District 69 and District 70 were created. The Ray Toyer is truly the father of District 70. Now, Toastmasters grew very quickly. In the next 5 years, it faced its first reformation in District 70 when the clubs in District 73 separated and formed District 73. And they took some of our leaders, and there's a bit of a vacuum at the top here. So Ray stepped in again to serve, and he became the second District Governor of District 70. When he was District Governor, two big things he introduced. The first was District Speechcraft, which was a corporate speechcraft that we ran for 2 decades, which earned a tremendous amount of money for the district, run in the Sydney CBD as professional speechcraft. And then at the end of his term in 1978, he set up District 70 Supplies, which is the forerunner of Toastmasters Supplies Australia today. He set that up in an old caravan in his backyard, and that rickety old caravan was never going to go anywhere. Well, it was an icon of District 70 for many years. Now, during running District Supplies, after a few years, Ray had the idea, let's do trophies in Australia. So I was District Governor in 1982, and he put it to me, try and get us to be able to do trophies. I went and visited World Headquarters. I can remember going to sit in the office of the late Terry McCann, Executive Director, and getting a lecture from Terry about how supplies is the most important thing and the profit they make is the only thing that keeps World Headquarters afloat. And how dare we think of doing something like this in Australia? So I said to Terry, check your records. You've never sold a single trophy to anyone in Australia ever. And if you sell some parts to us, you make a bit of money on the parts and we can introduce proper Toastmasters branding in Australia. So Terry agreed. So we started buying those metal decals we put on trophies and the unisex figure, a little unisex figure that's stood alongside of a lectern. And Ray designed a whole range of trophies based on those decals and figures which we sourced from World Headquarters. And I just wonder here, how many people got one of those trophies with a little figure tucked away somewhere in the drawer at home? Look at that, look at that, how many? Yet we haven't been selling those ever since rebranding came in. They're still there, there's a lot of them. Lots of them were sold. And of course, because Ray made all those trophies himself, with never a charge for labour, we sold them at a very big profit. So a lot of money was raised from those trophies. For 19 years, in a couple of spells, Ray ran District 70 Supplies, together with support from his wife, Mrs. Ray as we called her, Ray and Ray. And you'll remember them if you've been around in district conferences like this, the supplies shop that the two Rays ran was a feature of supplies. For example, the last time we had a conference at this hotel, supplies shop up in the front room of the hotel. So for 19 years he ran supplies, and for 30 years he made trophies for the supplies operation. And a quick calculation by me shows that he raised personally over $250,000 for Toastmasters for his own efforts. And when you look later on today at the financial accounts, and you look at the reserves we have of over $100,000 in reserve, and Big Brother District 70's got $200,000 in reserve, those amounts, which Toastmasters International say are far too large for any district to have, and we shouldn't have them, but we have got them. Those reserves are the personal legacy that Ray Toyer left for future generations of Toastmasters. four core values of Toastmasters are integrity, respect, service and excellence. And I worked with Ray for 45 years and he epitomised each of those four core values, but especially service. Ray Toya was truly a great servant of the organisation. May he rest in peace.